What's up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and this is the Vocal About Arsenal podcast. And I'm seeing you for the second time on the same day. Now, before I begin, I just want to talk to the viewers who'll be seeing this video and say that I'm on the road to hit 1000 subscribers by the end of this year. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to the channel, which would really help me, this creator right here, and also the algorithmic YouTube gods, which will help reach this video to other goners. Now, with that out of the way, let me get into this pod where I'll be sharing my thoughts on Arsenal's very impressive 1-1 draw against Manchester City. Now, let me start by saying that Arsenal were so good in this match that we basically made Pep Guardiola play like Jose Mourinho. It was park the bus. I guess that should be on the flags of both the Manchester clubs going forward. Manchester City had a 33% possession. Have you ever heard that before? As I said in a previous pod, we are in 99% of the games really good for the majority of the game, win or lose. Teams have basically two tactics against us: park the bus and lose, or park the bus, get a fluke goal, and ride it out. Case in point, our previous game with Liverpool earlier this season. Now, I'm not saying that City's goal was a fluke. However, we basically are getting punished for our very first error, and that has been happening quite regularly over the past 2 seasons now. And I really hope for that streak to go away. Apart from this, though, in this match, City did not touch the ball almost entirely in the second half. Trossard was nutmegging people left, right, and center, and it was a joy to watch. But I think the bigger story here is why, despite us having such a huge talent pool to play with, we did not play courageously or well in the first 20 minutes. Was it hesitancy? Was it being conservative? I'm not sure. Or maybe City are that good. So maybe it was in that period that Arsenal was trying to get a feel of City's tactics. Whatever it was, this period basically cost us the goal. But after, like I said, the first 20 minutes, we really grew into the game. That Haaland goal was scored way too easily, and it was a shambolic performance in that period by our midfield and defense. But apart from that, I have nothing more to add about City. They were good, they competed against us, but then they also got their tails between their legs and basically wanted to, I don't know, defend us out of the game. Maybe Guardiola has this kick that he can defend better than Arteta. He has to show his pupil that, whatever that is. So it was quite an interesting turn of events when, after getting the goal in the 9th minute, City basically said, "Man, we're good," and they just basically sat back. Now, with my portion of City coming to an end, let's move into the portion that I really care about and really enjoy, which is basically our team. And my word, how well we played in the second half. This team is not afraid of any team in the world anymore, and nor is it going to get outclassed. And no, Arteta is not Guardiola's underling anymore. There might have been notes shared, knowledge shared, and also a few trophies shared. But there is no, "Oh, my ex-boss is here, so I have to treat him with reverence." The only thing that Arteta reveres is the game, and that is as it should be. And Pep has to fight for every one of his points. In this case, thank heavens that those points came down from 3 to 1. I can't fault the team except for that one low point which led to the goal, but I can see a lot of areas of improvement for players, and I will start going through them now. Now, the first thing is Madueke was probably our best player on the pitch in the first half. But then again, he did not have the cutting edge. He did not have that finishing to basically tie a nice bow around all the hard work and the trickery that he was putting the Manchester City players through. Something to work on over there. all the forwards and the midfielders really need to start working on getting the pass to the forwards who are making that run. And inversely, all the forwards should make it a point to make that run. If the midfielders or the other forwards or the defenders or the goalkeeper is not finding you, please take them aside and have this chat with them. Say that, hey, I'm going to make these runs at certain points in the game. Please find me. I think that is how this team is going to improve. Now, coming to Arteta, all I would say is that Arteta needs to come up with a few more avenues to goals because our automatisms are being found out. But to be fair, the players that we have right now are so good that even if our secrets are out, people cannot do anything about it. But to be fair to Arteta, what I do think is happening is that he realizes that we are getting found out. So he has reacted positively both when it comes to his tactics and also in the transfer window, which leads to my next point where we basically had a lot of creativity in this game compared to our previous seasons, which primarily came from Trossard, Eza, and Saka. I'll get to Saka specifically later, but let me get done with the other two players. Now, Trossard, as I mentioned, was nutmegging people left, right, and center, and the way he kind of tricked the Manchester City players was a freaking joy to watch. He made them look like they were school children or something along those lines, and he just repeatedly drove past them. And coming to Eza, well, my God, what a good weighted pass that was to find Martinelli. He saved our skin in this game, and I'm really glad that we got him. And it's kind of surprising that Eza had to make that fourth call because, to be fair, he's saving our tail now. Now, coming to Saka, let's be honest. As I mentioned again, Madueke was the best player on the pitch. However, when I saw Saka come on in this game, I kind of saw that he's in a different level. He's in a different layer of the atmosphere altogether. It was almost like a scene out of an anime or something where an OP character is there with the hero, where the hero is very good, but the OP character is so good that you have to marvel at them. Saka had the captain's armband on, and I think it was a captain's performance in this game. I saw before the match began that he was giving a very passionate speech to the players, and and that gave me a lot of confidence. And when Saka started playing, my word, City basically put about 3 to 4 players on him, and he did not sweat. He basically drove past them and with the ball in his feet, and it was almost comical sometimes. But him and Gyökeres played a huge role in attracting a lot of the City players, which left the left side free for players who occupied that left wing, let it be Trossard or Calafiori or later Martinelli. So Saka, when he's injured or when he's playing with a knock, can be frustrating. But I want this Saka, the Saka with so much potential, the Saka that can be a world beater, the Saka that can be the greatest in the world. I want this Saka to be available for us for the majority of the season. And if that means that we have to play him for only 60 minutes a game, Mikel, please let that happen. We have Madueke now. We have really good players on both the wings actually. So let's have prime Saka and prime Madueke share the minutes and let us go get some silverware this season. Now, I think I'll end this spot by saying or mentioning just two little thoughts, which is the first one is as I noted on Blue Sky, it was kind of pleasant to hear a remark that I made about how Arsenal would be on cloud nine. That same remark coincidentally was made by the commentator, but unfortunately it was made in support of Pep Guardiola. Now, thank heavens again that that sentiment did not last, and Pep I ultimately had to eat some humble pie. And but yeah, the fact that our goal came in the 93rd minute really did leave us on cloud nine. Even if I have to look back at this result, I would still be a wee bit disappointed because we did not come away with 3 points. And the second thought that I wanted to mention was that I mentioned that Haaland basically thrives on these breaks that he gets, where teams, go through these brain fart moments, or there is a truly genius piece of work from the City team where with that one chance he basically scores the goal, and after that City just grow and grow into the game. But not this time, not with our Arsenal team, because when that happened earlier, I think our team would have capitulated. But now we basically contained the mutation, we contained the damage, and we did not capitulate. And that is why I mentioned in one of my previous pods that this team's maturity removes my anxiety. Come on, you Gunners. The season has just begun. Let's go on and do great things. Once again, my dear audience, thank you for giving me your time. And this is Kishore signing off. I'll see you later in yet another video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because, as I mentioned, I'm on the road to 1000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if you manage to leave a like, it does help the YouTube algorithmic gods, which will in turn help me reach my goal faster. Thank you. Peace.